10 kinds of people God uses to change the world, drawn from biblical patterns, spiritual principles, and divine wisdom. Each is shaped not by perfection, but by surrender, purpose, and fire. He picks up the fragments of those crushed by life like Job, Hannah, and Peter, and pours his glory into their cracks. Their scars become scrolls of grace, testifying that weakness is the doorway to wonder. 1. The broken vessel. God often chooses those outside the religious system to reveal a kingdom unshackled by boundaries. God doesn't discard the shattered. The Lord is near to the broken-hearted and saves the crushed in spirit. 2. The obedient outsider. Before John prepared the way, he cried in the desert. God uses those who've wrestled with loneliness and silenced, those trained in the school of stillness. Think of Rahab, Ruth, or the Roman centurion. These were not from the inner circle, yet their faith rewrote genealogies and reshaped nations. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 3. The desert dweller. They speak strangely. Jeremiah wept. Elijah hid. Ezekiel lay on his side for days, like Anna in the temple or Daniel in Babylon. They may never leave a pulpit, but they shake empires from their knees. The world often forgets them, but hell never can. The woman at the well had 5 failed marriages before she preached to her city. God takes the once fallen and fashions them into trophies of His grace. But heaven backs those who dare to disturb the status quo with a trumpet in their mouth and fire in their eyes. God uses those who give when it makes no sense, because their generosity opens portals to miracles. Before Moses delivered a nation, he wandered in the wilderness. Wherever this gospel is preached, what she has done will also be told. Therefore, behold, I will allure her, and bring her into the wilderness, and speak tenderly to her. 4. The prophetic misfit. God uses the invisible, those who don't seek stages or lights, to protect, carry, and shape destinies. They see differently, call out injustice, and speak truth in high places. Jesus placed children in the midst. These are the pure in heart, unburdened by ego, untainted by ambition. God uses those who believe like children, trust like sheep, and love without God. Is not my word like fire, declares the Lord, and like a hammer that breaks the rock in pieces. 5. The silent servant. Mary birthed the Messiah in silence. Joseph preserved Jesus without a single recorded word. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. 6. The fiery intercessor. These are the ones who birth nations in prayer. The effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. 7. The restored rebel. Paul murdered saints before he wrote half the New Testament. Where sin abounded, grace did much more abound. 8. The radical giver. The boy with 5 loaves, the widow with 2 coins. The woman with the alabaster jaw. She has done a beautiful thing to me. 9. The courageous confronter Nathan stood before a king. Esther stood before a throne. John the Baptist stood before Herod. God uses bold voices to confront systems. Cry aloud. Do not hold back. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. 10. The childlike warrior David danced. Unless you become like little children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.